Pleasant good morning, guys. Welcome to the Academic Answers podcast. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening in. And this is the podcast where we talk about happiness, success, full potential. Getting yourself to that point, that mindset, that critical situation in your life. That crucial, maybe is a better word, crucial situation in your life where you are settled and determined to use your God-given gifts to create the life you want, and that you are a human, and anything human is possible for you. You can do it, and it is on you. And that's why we have this podcast. And this morning I have a very exciting topic, because I have been talking about the things that are not spoken of very often. You know, sometimes people are in this space and in many other areas of life, whether it's a profession, whether it's in academics, we tend to, after we get to a certain level of knowledge, because somebody may have done the work, whether they're going to be a tutor in accounting, in business, in marketing, in sales, in biology, in science. After they have done a certain level of work and they've done it for a very long time, we get into some form of cognitive biases where we believe that we assume that the people who we're talking to pretty much know more than they actually know. We assume a lot of stuff. And so I want to dig a little deeper for a couple of episodes to examine some of the things that are less focused on, that are crucial, and that sometimes we do assume that people understand and know. And this morning I want to talk about what happened to people who are ambitious, who are driven, who have a dream, but they're not going anywhere with it. It's not happening, it's not being manifested, it's not being worked on. And the usual culprit is procrastination, lack of discipline, not forming the habits, not focused enough. You know, those punch points that are valid, that have their place, that is true, but it's not the only thing. You know, there are people who, these sometimes are not exactly why people are not doing what they are supposed to do, or not working on their goals, not working on their dreams. Many times there are other things there. There are layers, there are underlying things. And one of those, I'm going to discuss just two of those things this morning. I'm going to give you three things, but one will be the foundation of what's going on there, and the two will be what is the remedy. And the fact is that people come out here and they make an attempt. There are a lot of ambitious people have that starting and stopping thing going on, and then everybody's saying, oh, you need to show up every day, you need to be consistent, and that is true, that is fine. But why is it that people stop? Why is it that people start, push, put a lot of resources in, buy that exercise bike, fix up the area for it, get the clothes, make the investment in it, buy the book, read the stuff, order the diet changing things, and then suddenly they stop? Why is it that people have a store, create a brand, order the products, maybe make a website, have the stuff going, get people to work, to do stuff for them, build a logo, have business cards, and then they stop? People run into a wall a lot of times, whatever the obstacles are, and they get stuck. So we're going to talk about two things to do when you feel stuck. That's what we're going to talk about. And many times it is not because of lack of focus, or lack of discipline, and lack of work ethic, or lack of consistency, and all the usual suspects. Most times people don't know what to do next. And if you start to get confused and you don't know what to do next, then that leads to overwhelm. And when you're overwhelmed, your motivation cut. When your motivation reduces, when that motivation starts to die down, the activity levels start to subside. Because if you don't know, you're not motivated, you don't know what to do, so you're not motivated, you become frustrated and overwhelmed, so you slow down and eventually you stop. And then the stories start to play in your head. Why you can't, why it's a problem, what is the cause of it, what is there to be blamed, why this might not be working out, why it was a bad idea, why the people who were telling that you couldn't do it were right. So today I'm going to give you 2 things to do when you're unstuck. So if you've started that business, if you've started the exercise program, if you've started the course, if you're working through something and you want to get to the next level, 3 things I'm going to give you to unstuck yourself and get going. And I'm not going to make this long. I want to leave this in your mind. I don't want to get it clouded in a bunch of words. I just want to go straight to the point so you can understand. If you feel unstuck after you have done all that work, invested so much time and resources in, the first thing you have to get settled in your spirit is that giving up is not an option. So you got to strike that off your list. You have to be determined that you're not going to give up. You're not going to turn back. You're not going to stop, because it can happen for you. You can figure it out. Once you get settled in that type of mentality and attitude, now you have these 2 things to do. You are going to double down on the learning in the direction of where you want to go, and in understudying a working model, a proven system, something that has done it before, somebody that has done it before, a business that has done it before, that came from your level and with similar circumstances. Go research it and find it. Double down on the learning and double down on the action. 10x your action, as Grant Cardone would say. Massive action. Put in a pile load more of activities. If it's too much for you to put in, get help to put in those activities. And those are the 2 things that you do when you're unstuck. First, you kind of settle in the attitude and the mindset that giving up is not an option. You have come too far only to just come so far. Then you're going to double down on your learning, and you're going to double down on the actions. What's going to happen from that is that you're going to see some progress in short order. And once you start to see those progress, then the motivation will start to rise again. And the frustration, the overwhelm will start to taper off, because the massive action you're taking is going to start to send you result of some form. And then you're going to be taken up with learning from those results, and that will keep you fueled and going. And you're going to ground all of that in the principle that, this is a principle that you're grounding all of that in, is that the difference between where you are and where you want to be is time and effort and knowledge. Time, effort, knowledge. If you know what to do, and if you learn what to do, let's put it that way, you put the time in and the effort in, it will happen. That's the belief system you're grounding yourself in. Thank you, my friends. Always a pleasure. Go with that today. I hope you unstuck yourself and don't give up. Many of people have given up when they're just inches away from their breakthrough. Don't let that be you. Have a great one, guys. Thank you.